Yeah, so an outpouring of support for the community of Humboldt continues today after the loss of 15 people in that bus crash on Friday.
Anne-Marie is there this morning in the community trying to find a way for them to come to terms with this incredible tragedy. Good morning, Anne-Marie.
Hey, Ben and Lindsey, good morning to you. I'm standing with Mayor Rob Muench. You may have seen him at the vigil last night. Just a powerful message that you had to deliver to everybody that was here. You have been since Friday night offering support, information, and care. How are you doing this morning?
A bit tired. I got home probably at midnight last night and started going through emails and messages and stuff like that. So that took a while, and I was trying to answer as many as I could, but I just couldn't get through the list. It was pretty tough to do everything. So
earlier we were speaking with Pastor Sean, who was saying that today kind of feels like the day where everything's landing, all that sort of emotion is landing. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's Monday morning. And this is the day that you should be getting back to our routine and our regular lives, and it's going to be tough to just get out and try to get back to some normalcy in our day-to-day lives, but it's not going to be easy.
Part of what lies ahead in this next week, we've got schools closed for teachers and students for today or for the rest of the week?
So far, just for today. I believe there's counselors coming in to talk with the teachers and get them prepared for the return of the kids back to school.
Yes.
Not only at the high school here on site here, but the other 3 schools in the city.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's something that everybody realizes, that aside from this being a hockey rink and the curling rink, there's also the local high school is also attached. This really is a community hub.
It is a community hub, and it always has been since the early 80s when the arena and the curling rink were built. The pool was added later, and then the high school finally about 5 years ago. So yeah.
Well, people we saw last night, thousands came to gather. Will the memorial stay open for today?
That, I think, is the plan. I don't think there's any plans on dismantling it right away. We've had some indication that we may have some funeral services happening in here in the building, so that's not 100%. We just heard some talk about it, so we'll find out this week.
When you look back over your time, Saturday and Sunday, what stands out to you today?
Just the overwhelming support. Everything from, first thing I woke up this morning and I was flipping through my email, and there was an email in there of a song that somebody wrote and recorded and sent to me. And, it got lost in the shuffle. There was just so many emails coming in. So I found it this morning, and I hit play, and it was pretty emotional, So that was one thing. Just the outpouring from the whole country. On Twitter, people are putting hockey sticks out on their front door and that type of thing. It was just, Brian Munns, I think, was kind of, he was from Humboldt here. He's now, working with TSN, and he kind of, I think, spearheaded that, got it going, and now it's kind of taken off countrywide.
So heartwarming to see.
Yeah.
Last night, a lot of people we spoke to that left the vigil had a sense that this was the beginning of the healing, that last night was the beginning of the next phase for Humboldt.
That was the one of the steps that we need to go through, is what I said last night, as a community, to start our healing process. And it's the beginning of what could be, like I say, a process. It's going to take time and a lot of energy, but we have to keep soldiering on. Yeah.
The country will be thinking of you throughout the rest of this week, because we know we've got lots more ahead of you facing you this week. Thanks for being with us on your morning this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. We'll send it back to Toronto.
Anne-Marie, thank you. Well, speaking of healing, one of the Broncos players hurt in the crash was actually able to attend that vigil last night. He was released from hospital earlier in the day and tweeted this message. So I'll read it to you. I would like to give a huge thank you to everyone for all the support they have shown over the past couple of days for the Humboldt Broncos. It really has helped. The doctor had said to me that it was truly a miracle that I was able to get up and walk away from the accident with very minor injuries and a couple of scars on my body. Now, he goes on to say it is truly devastating to have lost so many close friends, brothers, and amazing coaches. During the vigil, grief was met with love and support.
Why did this happen? I would love to stand up here as a spiritual leader and say I have all the answers, but I don't. I don't know.
Every corner of the arena was full, paying tribute to the 15 people killed in the crash and praying for the other 14 who have been hurt. The Broncos Game 6 was actually supposed to be played at the Humboldt rink at the same time as this vigil was held last night. There was a moment of silence at the time the game would have started. So RCMP have now identified all 15 of those killed in this crash. That includes 10 players ranging in ages from 16 to 21 years old, also including 2 coaches, the driver of the bus, and the team's radio play-by-play broadcaster. Many are from Humboldt, but they also come from Edmonton, Lethbridge, Slave Lake, St. Albert, Carrot River, Montmartre, Saskatoon, Allen, and Strasbourg.